What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Everything Weapons. YouTube disclaimer, we do not sell firearms. I am not associated with any brands or companies. This video is not an ad, it's not a sponsor, it's just reporting gun news. So please don't take down my video, YouTube. Sorry I have to do it. It's repetitive and annoying, but gotta do it or else YouTube just strips down the video. All credit to the Firearm blog website. Beretta APX A1 full-size tack with a really bad design. So this is a bizarre new pistol handgun from Beretta with a very ugly yellow color scheme paint job. In my opinion, it just looks really cringe and kind of like a cartoon. It looks like a taser, so I don't understand why you would want to make a gun look like a taser, but let's just read this from the Firearm blog. In a market dominated by striker-fired pistols, you are always hearing about Glock, Smith & Wesson, but rarely Beretta. At times it feels like the Beretta APX series doesn't get the same limelight as other pistols in the same category, and I can't figure out why. While many Americans hear Beretta and think of the U.S. Army's last generation service pistol, the M9, which is most famous. Maybe that's the problem, an issue though, because is it possible that the M9 is so well known in pop culture and just in general that Beretta hasn't been able to dethrone the old king and to top their most famous production, right? With that being said, I think the APX series is well worth consideration. The APX is a modern offering from the storied Beretta name that stands out in their line of handguns. The APX series is an attempt by the brand to marry its long-standing tradition with the new. I have set out to put the APX under a microscope. I would always be remiss if I did not mention the elephant in the room, the Cerakote job. The Beretta offered TFB this APX in this colorway from the Florida-based company, a really bad design, and while it's not my cup of tea, it definitely makes the pistol stand out. I have really wanted to put an APX through its paces for a while so I can embrace an unconventional style of finish. I do like companies doing something new. I just personally hate it. I just think makes it look like a taser, makes it look like a cartoon. I don't know if that's really safe or good, but whatever. It's its own vibe, right? But the APX was provided by Beretta for the review that Firearm blog did, and you can trace Beretta's history back to 1526, making it the oldest firearms maker in the world to have operated without interruption. It is a story of quality and innovation. Over the centuries, they have become the go-to for military, law enforcement, and civilians alike, building a reputation for being both precise and reliable. With the APX, Beretta made a calculated move into the striker-fired market. It is their answer to the need for a versatile handgun that is simple to maintain and up to the task for the more demanding user. So the caliber for the Beretta APX A1 full-size tack is going to be at 9x19mm parabellum. Its action is striker-fired, semi-automatic. Barrel length is 4.92 inches, threaded half times 28. Overall length 8.26 inches. Weight unloaded 29.2 ounces. Magazine capability 21+1 rounds. Ships with 3 21-round magazines. The optics ready, factory cut slide for red dot optics. Sights, suppressor height steel sights. Its frame is polymer with interchangeable back straps. The chassis is removable stainless steel serialized chassis. The controls are ambidextrous, both lefty and righty, slide stop with a reversible magazine release. The finish is Aquatech Shield corrosion resistant finish. The barrel is hammer forged steel, and the Cerakote finish is by the company a really bad design. And the price for this sucker is going to be $600 US. Right off the bat, this APX by Beretta gives off an air of ruggedness, and that might be because it looks like a DeWalt drill, but in all seriousness, there are clean lines to it, and the controls are laid out intuitively, so it is as practical as it is stylish for the shooter who knows what they want. The really bad finish is available in a number of colorways, including black, yellow, prison pink, slate, Aztec teal, burnt orange, black cherry, robin's egg blue, green, and as well as periwinkle, which I think is like pink or purple, right? Inspired by cell shading and cartoons, it creates a 2D effect. It also has the same look as a Call of Duty or Fortnite weapon skin for the gamers out there. Not the OG gamers though, but whatever. When you get your hands on the APX A1, the texture of the grip is reassuring, and it tells you you will have control even if conditions are less ideal, so I guess that's good. I also must note that the APX A1 TAC ships with 3 21-round magazines, and I love when you can get a gun and have plenty of magazines right out of the box. I do like that, personally. That's a great touch. As for the trigger system itself, it is meant to be as safe as it is effective. You will find a smooth pull that breaks with a crispness at around 6 pounds, easy enough to handle. There is a distinct reset that you can feel and hear that allows for faster follow-up shots when you are under pressure. You will find the same serial number stainless steel chassis on the A1 as you do with the earlier APX pistols, one that encloses the firearm control hardware in a polymer grip module. The beauty of it is that you can take the chassis out by hand and put it in a grip module of a different size, shape, or color if you like. That way you can have a grip to your own liking without having to make any permanent changes to the factory style, and more importantly, to the legally regulated chassis itself. So the range performance, so on the Firearm blog, they said, I put the APX through its paces and a good deal of testing and found it to be exceptionally reliable no matter what kind of ammunition we fed it. Even when you are firing off rounds quickly, the extraction and feeding are as smooth as can be without nothing to interrupt your aim. That kind of consistency in cycling is proof positive that the APX will be a dependable sidearm for any self-defense or tactical situation you might find yourself in. When it comes to accuracy, the APX is hard to fault. I put it through its paces from 25 yards out and found it had a knack for putting together tight groups with consistency. So it looks like it's pretty good. Then there is a matter of recoil, so let's talk about the recoil. The balanced design and weight keeps things under control and predictable. You can feel the grip ergonomics at work and taming muzzle flip, so you can reacquire your target without fuss. Even through some rapid strings of fire, the stability is there to give any shooter confidence. So their final thoughts here. In the end, you can say the Beretta APX A1 TAC is a robust and easy to get along with, as many modern handgun should be. It has the accuracy and sound ergonomics you want, and the recoil is nothing to worry about regardless of the shooter. The modular design and straightforward maintenance makes for a piece of equipment that is very much in keeping with Beretta's way of putting innovation and function before anything else, whether for personal carry, range plinking, competition use, or just for duty use as a police officer or army. But would they really allow you that? Probably not. It's a fine choice, and now you have the choice of some bold colors too. So yeah, I'm very curious if this gun will be adopted by anyone, by any police or military. It looks pretty sick. I'm not the biggest fan of the yellow colorway by a really bad design, but it is its own vibe, and it's just not my cup of tea. But type a comment down below of what you think about this handgun. Will you be picking it up? Again, we do not sell firearms. This channel follows all YouTube guidelines. Type a comment down below. Drop a like, smash the like button, guys. It takes only a few seconds, helps push my videos to a new audience, helps me in the algorithm. Subscribe, especially if you are new. Most viewers aren't even subbed, so be sure to hit the sub button, guys, and ring the bell if you don't want to miss any videos I post in the future. Check out my older content on the channel, lots of videos to binge watch. Until next time, you've been watching Everything Weapons. See you guys in my next video.